right? Through Abraham, our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on down, man. You know? And that ain't never changed. All right? Because if this was to change, then that would mean that would make the Most High a liar, and the Lord's not the author of confusion. You know? And that's what you people don't seem to understand. You got certain guys out there trying to graft everybody in, like Edomites can be saved, when the scripture says otherwise, that they're going to be done away with, man.
Well, give me Ecclesiasticus 33. That's right. I got a preset I want to add on to that as well.
Yeah, so it's just always are diverse, man. You know, just like how Esau is a son of the wicked, they're created to do wicked things. Hey, this is the Most High's movie. He's painted his canvas just how he wants it painted, man. You know? And if he wants to paint the sun in the top, you know, in the corner of the canvas, you know, with some trees and flowers, you know. But if he wants to paint, I don't know, some shit stains on the floor, which that's what you heathen nations are, man. You ain't nothing but like spittle, man.
Yeah.
You know? You ain't nothing but, you know, the pieces of shit of the earth, man. And you was created to serve us. Alright? And you're our enemies, man. And that's the same. When Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming to save us from you people, man.
That's it, right.
Because you got us in oppression. You know?
That's right. Did you read What Nation Is So Great that have all this law?
That's Deuteronomy 4. No, I didn't read that.
Okay, someone read something like that.
I read it. Okay.
Why you find out? I'm trying to read this, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 16. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel, the Lord of his inheritance, the Lord of hosts is his name. So, like I said, the Most High chose Israel to be his people, and that is what only makes us different from everybody else.
Yep.
Okay, that gives us a different category. Like we said, we had the sons of men, sons of the wicked, and the sons of God. We're not even on that level. You know, we're of a high level. Hey, Deuteronomy 7:6, man, you are above. To be above all people.
Racism.
You know, we've been set up on a higher plane than everybody else, man.
Yeah.
We can't come together. We don't have the same ideals and nothing. We don't even make the same.
Right.
We're not even the same creation, bro. We're just different.
Well, we don't even have the same genetics. You know, we're better than you, man, in every way, shape. Even in that film, Get Out.
Yeah,
what did that guy say to that Jake across the table, dinner table?
He was envying his every move.
Yeah, if I had your genetics, man.
Yeah, if only.
If you in the MMA,
Yeah.
if I had your genetics,
You'd be a beast.
I'd be, I'd be a beast. You know, the guy wanted his eyes. He wants to say, I want to see what you see. You know, they fucking
doing his legs and shit.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or would have won if they.
Top of the line, you know, one of a kind. You know, I got that people.
Yeah, that granddad was chopping that wood in that body, man.
Yeah, man. Sprinting in the night.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I just had it.
Yeah, if I was a son of God, you know? They just want to be us, man.
Yeah.
And that's why Esau is hating. Esau would have you believe that we're actually beneath him. These other nations, they're all in confederacy against us.
Inferior.
Yeah, that way.
They've used that term over the years of history. Inferior beings.
Right.
When the opposite is true. That's him turning the things upside down.
Yeah.
You know, because really he's the inferior one, and his leprosy proves it.
Yeah.
His leprosy proves it, man. But he's such a degenerate on the earth. He's a degenerate retard, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to exalt himself to be godlike.
Yeah.
Which he's not.
Bro.
That's why he's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But you're the furthest thing from God that exists.
Domination.
Even these animals.
Yeah, he's a defect.
Yeah.
He's a defect. You're a walking virus, man. I mean, you can't even walk out in the sun without shedding. You know, that's a curse of leprosy upon you, man.
You shed like snakes.
Yeah, man. You know, but then
yeah.
you want to look down on us like having melanin is a bad thing. No, it ain't. You know, they would have you believe that us having melanin is bad, but no, them not having no melanin, that's a curse.
Yeah.
But they've changed, like you said, bro, they've changed it upside down.
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy 4:5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Yours, possession, it's yours.
That's right, man.
Okay, the Lord never came down to another nation and gave them the law of such commandments. Nations took our book to learn our statutes and commandments.
Yep.
Our book. Okay? That's where they learned our laws from. Okay, that's how Esau started learning about being a Jew and all this kind of stuff. All these Ethiopians started learning about our customs and stuff. It's come from our scriptures. He didn't give it to you. The Lord never made no covenant with you, gave you laws, statutes, and commandments. He never did that. It's for you, because you're Okay?
Hey, and that-
in the sight of the heathen.
Can't. And that wisdom and understanding was only breathed into Israel. It
Yeah.
wasn't breathed into the other nations. Even when you go back to the garden, only Jake had that information, the sons of God.
Yeah,
The sons
yeah,
of the wicked
yeah.
and sons of men. They didn't have that breath.
Yeah.
They were just following along.
That's right.
The sons of
We
Adam were
was given
separated,
life.
man.
Right, right.
Exactly. Oh, well, the scripture even says that. He
Yeah.
breathed into Adam the breath
Yeah.
of life.
Can't.
Yeah.
You know? There was an understanding, the breath and the life.
Yep, yep.
You know? And it says that you should do so in the, it says, which shall hear these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great who have the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
So the reason why the world's in a chaotic point in time right now under the wicked, right? And this is the thing that we I was trying to explain at the beginning. Like, the world can't come together. Esau's trying to make the whole world become some new world order, some one world order under his rulership. But guess what? The last time that happened, it was wicked.
Yeah.
But why? Because it's the sons of men doing that. Right? But now you got the sons of wicked doing it.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
Oh, the basis of men? Oh, man.
You know?
Through.
There is not a righteous order in this world right now that could govern the whole world, right? It remains the duty, the job of the nation of Israel to rule the earth, because they were the ones that were given that wisdom. The Lord set his commandments to rule the earth like that. Okay, under the sons of men, under the sons of wicked, that can't be done. All that's going to come of this place, or is happening of this place, is wickedness and evil. But with the righteous not in rulership, so therefore the good can't go out. You know, wisdom can't go out. You know, because I mentioned the time before in the Tower of Babel, you had all these heathens building the tower. You know, they all spoke one language at that point in time. But the Lord disbanded that, man, because the Lord went with it. He didn't want the people to come together, because he'd already seen what happened before, in the time before the flood. Okay, I'm gonna get Ecclesiastes in a minute. But can you grab me Genesis chapter?
Yeah.
No, one second.
You want the tower?
11 and 5.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then give me 6 and 5 afterwards.
Alright, this is Genesis 11 and 5. And the Lord Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded.
Children of men. Okay, the 3 categories you mentioned earlier, okay, the sons of God weren't there.
Yep.
Israel weren't even a nation yet.
Yep.
Okay? I mean, you're going to have certain righteous men at that point in time. Okay, but the nation Israel weren't there yet. Okay? Yep.
And it says, the children of men build it, and the Lord Yahweh said, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language, and this they begin to do.
So he saw that eradicating, you know, histories and languages and, you know, lineages and stuff like that, just to become, I don't know, what's the term for a new worldian? I don't know what you want to call these people today, man. You know, but Esau wants them all the same. They all speak the same language, they all speak English or whatever. You know, they all adhere to his laws. That's why he goes around, you know, sharing his democracy by force. You know, he don't want no one to have their own sovereignty, man. He wants to be their sovereign. Okay, under his laws. Okay.
Yep, and it says, and they all have one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
Yeah, right.
Go to, let us go down.
So it's like, so that means their imagination can go infinite, man. It will just go out there, any wild thing.
Yep.
And bear in mind, Moses has already seen this happen.
Yep.
Okay, and this is why he went down with it, man. Go on.
And there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord Yahweh scattered them abroad from one end, from thence on the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel.
Confusion.
Yep.
Right, this is what we're living in now. This Esau's kingdom is nothing but confusion, man. You know, and that's why America is the head of that, you know, Babylon. Okay, it means city of confusion. Okay? This is the time that we live in. We live in great confusion with this same thing is taking place. Because this whole society is building Esau's kingdom into one amalgamation of madness, basically.
Yep.
Okay, but the Most High does not want that. Okay, the Lord is not with everyone coming together. Okay, the Lord's not trying to do this. The Lord, is against that. Okay?
Yeah, because, right, therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord Yahweh did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord Yahweh scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
Right, so the Most High wants you to have your own fucking land. He wants you to have your own language, your own ways about you. He don't want you to come together, because when sons of men come together, nothing but wickedness happens.
Yeah.
That's why the Most High was like, no, this can't go down like this. Because last time it happened, I had to destroy the earth. You know? I ain't trying to do that right now. I promise no, I wouldn't do it. So I'm just gonna bust these guys up and send them elsewhere and change all the languages.
Right.
You know? Because the words to say that the hearts of men are desperately wicked.
Yeah.
Especially the evil.
Yeah. If you brother can get me Genesis 6 and 5.
Genesis chapter 6 verse 5, and the Most High saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth.
It's great. This is the time before the flood. Okay, and that remains still. The heart of men is nothing but wickedness inside it, man. They can't conduct themselves in a righteous way because they won't give them the Lord's statutes commandments. You understand? So, because the Lord won't deal with them, all they were gonna do is evil out of this. So you can think it's a good idea that everyone comes together and we can I use the term evolve. We're gonna build things together and make our world better and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's all well and good.
That love live.
That's all well and good. But the fact of the matter is, because you're the ones doing it, ain't nothing good gonna come out of it, man. Because you don't have to do it right. Okay, because you're not set up to rule the earth. You're not set up to run the earth. You're not set up to do none of that. So that's not your position on earth, man. You're there to sit back and let the Israelites do the job.
Please.
Okay.
Yep, and it says, and it repented the Lord that he had made man. Let me start up again. And it says, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Only evil continually. So when they come after the flood, they come to make this tower now. The Lord's thinking the same thing, man. He's like, nah, man, they're gonna try and do all this shit again, man.
Because if you notice, it says what the thoughts of the heart. And you read Jeremiah, the heart is desperately wicked.
Desperately.
So basically, they're the self-will. If it felt right, do what I will.
That's it.
You know?
That same spirit is back, man.
Because they got no instruction, man. Okay, the Most High weren't dealing with them.
Yep.
Okay, the Most High decided to do that to Israel to be that beacon of light in the world, man. You know?
Right.
But that was to happen later.
Yeah. And it says, verse 6, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them.
Because they cropped all the birds, all the animals and stuff. The same thing that's happening now. They've all been contaminated by Esau's wickedness, man.
Yep.
His pollution, his venom, his poison. You know? And it pains the Most High to watch, see such things happen, man. Yep.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
Okay, but amongst all that evil and wickedness that was happening, there was the righteous, in this case Noah, around at that time, man.
Yep.
And just in this time right now, there's righteous men here still. You know? Trying to be right in this world, man. Even though it's not impossible, but like there are righteous men still here. Okay, speaking right things, believing in the Heavenly Father and His ways. This world don't believe in the Most High's ways, man. Okay, they're just concentrating on what Esau's putting in front of them to work towards, man, in establishing this new world order. Because they're all part of His system, and they're all building it. Okay, but like I said, we're mimicking that same point in time in this modern era. Okay, but the Most High is not with it like He wasn't with him before. And instead of destroying the whole earth with a flood, this time He's going to destroy, a good portion of it through fire. Because the Most High promised, He wouldn't flood the earth again and destroy everything. You know?
Yeah, that's why he set the bow in the cloud. You know? But then
Right.
Esau,
They take the piss.
yeah, Esau takes that bow in the cloud and then he uses it for LGBTQ. You know?
Part of the wickedness is that was happening before.
Yep.
You know? Quick fire.
Sirach 33 and 10.
Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah. Man. Man, all men. Oh, you might as well read it.
Finger on the page.
Go on, bro.
It's Ecclesiasticus 33 and 10. And all men are from the ground,
I was thinking about that.
and
I didn't know
Adam.
where it was, bro. That's the spirit.
He says, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, the Lord Yahweh have divided them and made their ways diverse.
Decision.
In much knowledge, in his own wisdom, he decided to do that. You know, he didn't make everybody the same. He made them to be different.
And part of that was given different lives.
Yeah, that's right. You know,
That's what you were saying.
and he gave us the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And he breathed life into us. He didn't breathe life into these other nations. Okay, because their position, their part on the earth is not to be rulers. Okay, they're there to be servants. Okay, and a servant doesn't need to know. A servant is a need to know basis, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I say. You know, you don't need to tell your servant shit, really.
Yeah.
You tell him what you want to tell him. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not the rulers, then you're just the servants. And then a servant doesn't need to know everything, man. They just need to be told what to do. Okay, and that's how it's going to be in the kingdom. You will be told you want to keep this day. You want to keep the Sabbath. And, you want to get the land rest and all this kind of stuff. You're not going to eat swine's flesh. You're going to be told things. You're going to obey or not obey them, and get the repercussions. Okay, but you don't need to be on that level. So you weren't put on that level.
That ain't your lot, man.
You know.
It's crazy. This brother said that ain't your luck. I just see I see a gook. And they're children of luck. You know, and they're heathen. They ain't gonna get it.
Yeah, man.
But not sight.
Yeah, exactly. He's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
see, he's blessed.
That's how the Most High separate nations, man.
Yeah.
It's by His wisdom He decided to do that. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just because a man has a child, don't mean that child is going to become a nation. It's the Lord who decides who's going to grow, who's not going to grow, who's going to be important, who ain't going to be so important, man.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
There's a bit more.
Yeah, it's totally
Verse 12. Some of them have he blessed and exalted.
Some of you blessed and exalted, i.e., the sons of Israel, the children
right.
of God. That is by His choice.
Right. Special people, man. You know?
Yeah.
And if we kept His commandments, then we would be blessed. The scripture says what in Deuteronomy 28? That if we were to keep the commandments of the Lord, that blessings upon blessings will
course.
pursue and overtake us.
Yeah.
You know? Some of them have His blessed, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Some of them have, come on.
Some, not all. And it says, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself.
Separated. Like here, you know?
Yeah, that's you over there.
You're over there, like you remember in school, yeah? Remember school when you played football, yeah?
First picks.
Yeah, the guy gets picked first.
Yeah.
You know, but then the guy is fat, no one wants. He's at the
you're on
last.
that team.
Yeah, well, can you go over that team? Like,
Did a ref.
That's what it is. Israel have a special place on the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why Israel gets a special land.
be the last.
Give it a
Israel get the
whistle.
best land. You get the best portion.
Yeah.
You heathens get everything around the edges. You can take that.
Yeah.
You know? But really, we're the sovereigns over the earth.
That's right.
We got our own land, but really, we're sovereigns over the whole earth.
Yeah.
Because our Shai is the sovereign over the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, and we co-inherit with him, man.
Of the universe.
That's
The universe.
the
entirety
of existence.
Creation.
Yeah. Hey, and that's the order of it, man.
Yeah,
Because the
yeah.
only way you can rejoice is really through us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you don't do right by us, you ain't gonna rejoice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't, more
Hey, cursed
importantly,
you, cursed thee.
exactly.
You can't be blessed.
Exactly.
You can't be blessed. You know?
No.
That's why all this karma, we're going to call it karma for the time being, judgment, is going to come back upon you, man, because all the wrong you've done us, man.
That's right.
The curse is going to come upon you. The scripture says that. The curses that will upon you will come upon thy enemies, man.
Oh, man. That's
So you're going to receive all those things, man. It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
The scripture says, like what's that in Zechariah? Like if you don't come up to the feast of believe the tabernacle.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have rain. So the ways that's gonna happen is we're gonna be able to control the elements.
Yeah.
So So like, yeah, you know, if you don't come, sort yourself out.
Yeah, get it together.
Get it together. You're gonna have a bad time.
You better come and prostrate.
Bow before me. Like no Xerxes.
I got a quick fire.
Yeah, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
All. They say some.
All of them.
Every one of them.
So that's according to the